Konnichiwa mina, boku wa Jeremy desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. I have to do a new one every day. I don't know, I don't actually have to. I just kind of try to do one. And it's really stupid because it ends up coming out of something like really cheesy and whatnot. But I digress. Anyway, it is day 225. It is Wednesday the 13th, 2014. 1314, love that thing. I don't know. And we are expecting thunderstorms tonight and possibly into tomorrow as well. Maybe even into the weekend. So you'll definitely want to check your weather report. Yes, I know, it's ridiculous. What can I say? So, what the hell was I going to talk about today? I shouldn't really be dumb like that. Let's just randomly ramble, shall we? Wednesday! Oh, what's today? Today's garbage night. I hate garbage night. I hate it. Just annoying going around. I know when normal people, they go around and they take their garbage out whenever it's ready. Unlike some people like myself that leave it and get it, you know, each week when really they should do it every day. But I digress. Whatever. I remember what it was. Anime Revolution is coming up, of course, next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend. A lot of people have been worried because the schedule isn't out yet. That is partially my fault. I am very, very sorry about that. So for those of you that may watch my videos, I don't know if you do. But it's mostly because I've done like 23 different revisions of it, even up till last night. There's been so many changes and things, but the good news is I think it's pretty much done now. So it should be up probably in the next couple of days, I would imagine right before the weekend. I'm hoping and praying and really thinking it will. But that's not the point of the video either. What I was going to talk about was fangirls and fanboys. Fangirls and the fanboys. Yeah. There's a lot of people out there that do things a little over the top. Now, I'm one to talk because I'm a little over the top with things. But, for example, my friend Caden, he decided to go as the fourth Doctor from Doctor Who. And that was at Otafest, not last year, the year before. Maybe it was last year. Maybe it was last year. And that's in Calgary. And he... I guess it's a two-way street, because he actually doesn't know much about Doctor Who. He's never really watched it, but he got all the costume stuff. He found it at Value Village. He's like, okay, well, whatever, we'll do it. And so, under my tutelage, he was trying to act out, you know, be like the fourth Doctor, and then people would come up to him and ask him certain things about it, and then he'd feel all weird, because he's like, I don't actually know anything about this character. So, on the cosplayer side of things, okay, maybe you should know a little bit more about your character of what you're doing. I'm going to fall into the same sort of a weird thing because I love Mortal Kombat, the game. I love mostly like Sindel and all them because I'm cheap. I mean, come on, seriously, can we talk? No, but I'm going as Johnny Cage, and I know next to nothing about him. I know he's from California. I was really, really hoping that he was from Jersey, but that's okay, because I've been practicing my Jersey accent, but I could do a Californian one too, like, yo, bro, or dude, you know, tubular. Yeah, I don't know. I know. Such a stereotype. It's horrible. What can I say? But, it'll work in the swimsuit contest, hopefully, because, yeah, I'll be strutting my stuff in there. And all the raunchiness that comes from that, I'm so excited, because I was Queen Beryl in it last year, and actually cosplaying as a guy. Hold on. Pardon me. Excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Anyway, I crossplayed for my first time in the swimsuit contest. That's pretty interesting, so hold on. I hate sneezing sometimes, especially when it happens over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm full of energy, which is really good because I'm about to do a workout, but I'm getting off topic again. So, back to Caden's story. There was this girl that was on one side of the vendor's hall, I guess, and came racing across when she saw him dressed as this doctor, and she just glomped onto him, like grabbed on. And Caden is kind of introverted. He doesn't he doesn't mind people. You know how introverts and stuff are. I wouldn't know. No, but he's very, there's a lot of people out there that are like that, you know, and they like their own space. And it's understandable. Now, if you're going to glomp somebody and you ask permission, that's fine as long as they say it's all right. But if you just race at somebody and assume and grab onto them, that's a little bit scary to some people, especially because you never know how they feel and stuff. Some people, especially, it's their first time cosplaying and can get really, really freaked out by that, and it'll turn them off. Now in Caden's case, he actually stayed at the hotel room the entire rest of the next day because he was just like, no, I can't do this. So I'm sure he's going to love me telling that story. But and he's not the only one. I know a lot of people that are like that, and it can be quite the turnoff. Now there's other people that they go out there, they flaunt their stuff, and they want the attention, and that's great too, because especially if you work so hard on your costume, go ahead, flaunt your costume. You put in the work and stuff for it. And then there's the other people that buy their costumes, which is fine as well. However, now here's the other thing too, which I have come across. If you buy your costume, you should omit yourself from costume contests. You can do the skit part of it. That's fine. That's allowable. You make the skit, whatever. But if you put yourself into a costume contest, knowing full well that you did not create your own costume, you bought it online, and you go up against somebody else who spent a lot of time and effort, and blood and sweat and tears, sewing and everything, putting their costume together, maybe armor, gluing, whatever, that's not very fair. And that kind of takes a lot of the sportsmanship out of it. And, there's a lot of people that get really, really upset about that sort of thing. And it makes me often wonder, because if you look, especially between BC and Alberta, for example, something I've always personally noticed is that the cosplay contests in BC never have as big of a turnout as the ones in Alberta. And I can only go from Odafest, but excuse me, in Alberta, but I mean Anime Evolution, Cause and Effect, even Anime Revolution to some degree so far from what I've seen. There's not a huge amount of cosplayer entries. Sometimes with the skits there are, or sorry, no, not the skits. The skits are what there's not a lot of. There's more people in the fashion show part of it, like they're showing off the costume, or in the walk-ons, but not so much the skits. And I've never understood why. The skits, to me, are the most fun part. You can trot yourself out on a runway or on the stage for like 30 seconds and that's fine. But as a performer, such as myself, I really enjoy the spotlight and being able to perform for people. So, and it's a great time to let people see what you can do, whether it's dramatic or humorous or both, or sad or adventurous or just what the fuck, like all that kind of stuff, and to get part of your personality out there. It's great. But you go to Calgary, like for Odafest, and every year I've gone, there's like 300 plus applicants for the cosplay contest that runs for like 3 hours, sometimes going over. And they have tons of skits, tons of walk-ons. It's really immersive and it's really neat and it's something to watch. And you don't even think too much about the time and it just flies by. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about the cough. I don't know if it has to do with the smoke or if it's that annual time of Jeremy's stressed and is getting sick, and it could be both, but I'm really trying not to. But yeah, those who know me well. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's most of what I was going to talk about today. What else was I going to talk about? Maybe that's all it was, I don't know. But, yeah, so rule number 1, glompers, ask permission first. Rule number 2, cosplayers, you should know a lot about the costume or the character that you are cosplaying. And not really so much rule number 3, because it has absolutely not much to do with the other stuff, but it kind of sort of does, because it's at the convention anyways. I've totally forgotten my train of thought. You should... try out more for like skits and that sort of a thing. I love watching the skits. That was always my favorite thing personally, and I'm sure that other people go to see fun skits and stuff like that too. Maybe it's the prizes. Maybe people don't just like trophies anymore, or they're just not compelled to go and perform as much on stage. But then you see these other things like Got Talent contests and stuff where people show up in more droves. Kamloops Got Talent is a perfect example of that. They did Idol for years and then kind of stopped it last year and just did the mini Idol because there wasn't a lot of adult entries. And then they brought Got Talent this year, expecting a lot more different talents than just singing, but probably a good 75 to at least 80% of the people that were in there were singers. And most of the singers, including myself, made it into the finals, but there was a dancer as well. I think that's it. I think everybody else was a singer. So it's really, it's odd. It's such a weird thing with society these days. Really, really bizarre. But what can you do, right? I don't know. It's like my Barbra Streisand. I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm testing out little things because I really want to be a voice actor. I'm testing out my little voices and stuff like that. See what I can do, what works, what doesn't work. So there's my whole like Joan Rivers thing. Can we talk? Like seriously? And then there's like the Joyzy accent that I do sometimes when I'm wearing the hat and when I'm wearing the other thing. We're gonna go outside and talk about it. By talk, I mean I'm gonna go outside and punch you in the fucking mouth. Yeah, there's that, which is horrible, I know. And then there's the horrible British accent that I do sometimes like this. And then, oh my god, I still can't believe that you just said that because like there's this whole other thing that you still knew nothing about. So shut up, you're well gonna get beat ends. Kind of like the Vicky Pollard sort of thing from Little Britain. This video has been a whole lot of shit, but that's okay, because that's what I do, and I enjoy performing for people, as I said. So if you are going to Anime Revolution, hopefully I will see you guys there. Check out my show. It is Friday and it's called Concert for the Otaku. It's 1 to 2:45, I believe, in the main events hall. And it's not just me, but Damien Maverick, also known as Shay, from the 404s will be in it. Heather Solomon, who is running our Idol this year, and who is she's also performing, and Ailita, who now goes by the name Agaha. Agaha? I am so sorry if I mispronounced that. And she won Idol last year for AR Idol, so wonderful. I'm so excited to have all these wonderful ladies performing with me this year, and I really hope it's enjoyable for everybody. So more on that later. I should go because it's almost 12 minutes. Jamata Nemina, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.